This episode of Capes and Lunatic Sidekicks is brought to you by Tweaked Audio. To get awesome headphones, go to tweakedaudio.com and use coupon code Southgate to get 30% off, free shipping, and a lifetime warranty. Or you can get there through the link on our website, southgatemedia.com.
What about our Quasar podcast, The Quantum Zone?
What about our Quasar podcast?
Wendell Vaughn, the first Earthman ever appointed to protect the universe. Bonded to energy transforming quantum lines that are weapons and symbols of his spaceship and fights an ongoing battle to defend all life in the universe. Hello and welcome back to the Quantum Zone, episode 86, smack dab in the middle of the war. I am Phil. Joining me as always, master of the Quantum Zone.
I'm Will. Hey, everyone.
And wow, I don't want to know what Conan is off screen.
I'm off screen. I'm getting a plug. My laptop I thought was charged. It is not.
Like blowing your nose or something. Anyway, but that's all right. Maybe. We have a special guest also from the other side of the world. Hey, it's Shior tonight. I don't remember inviting any Skrulls. Anyway.
How you going? I'm Ray. I'm a Skrull. I love it.
Mr. Into the Night, a Moon Knight podcast, because we were just having a big discussion off mic about Moon Knight, and Will was asking the expert about Moon Knight and
the war. And I came in on the tail end of it. You're talking about Werewolf by Night, and I've watched a couple of werewolf movies this week, so I'm all in.
Ooh.
Hey, in honor of this week's show, this is my son made this for me.
Oh, nice.
It's
wow!
Foam core, and this is a pipe, I think, but real leather strap, but it's Mjolnir.
Wow,
it's pretty cool.
I thought you bought that from somewhere. That's great.
Yeah, it's Toys R Us, baby.
I wasn't told I was supposed to bring Mjolnir. I have one. I do have one somewhere.
Oh yeah, you do have one. I'm the only unworthy one.
Yeah, well, I just can't pick it up. That's my excuse.
Nice.
I could just hear your wife now. Matt, clean up the living room. I can't. I'm not worthy.
I can't. Yeah,
I'm not worthy.
All right, but yeah, guys, I was just talking to Ray, so, since we don't have a lot of Quasar news, that Marvel's doing way better than DC these days. Sad fact, but I was going to say, if they want to show DC how to do like a proper Batman, I'm like, we got the perfect combo in Marvel right now, Quasar and Moon Knight.
That's all you need, baby.
Yeah. Team up, baby. They always have Batman and Superman team up books.
That's true. I mean, but I've always kind of thought if Quicksilver was a little bit more likable, Quasar Quicksilver was the Flash Green Lantern.
Yeah. I think in any case, if Marvel were to do a Quasar film, it would be infinitely better than the way that DC have handled Superman so far in film. I mean,
Green Lantern?
Or Green Lantern. Yeah, definitely. I mean, not to say that Henry Cavill's bad or anything. It's just that they could be using him a lot more. They could be using Superman a lot more, but they just don't. I don't understand it.
I think Cavill's out. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, but I mean, he was a good.
I thought he was a great. He looked the part. I mean, he looked like Superman. I don't feel the writing was up on either of those movies. So that just didn't feel like Superman.
But then some people complained he was British. Those damn foreigners, right, Ray?
You can't get any more foreign than Skrull. So.
But no, everyone's all excited for the big CW crossover in December, the Crisis on Infinite Earths. I love it. I love the TV crossover more than like DC movies anymore.
Yeah, it's a bit disruptive though, isn't it? There's like a break between the crossover. So,
this one's a big one because it's going across 5 shows. So they're doing 3 in December, and then they take a holiday break, and then the last 2 are going to be in January.
Oh, okay.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Cool.
And it's Stephen Amell's last season as Green Arrow, so everyone's thinking he might die. I'm like, oh yeah, he's gonna have his Tony Stark moment.
He's quite evergreen, isn't he? He doesn't seem to age, that guy.
Evergreen.
Sorry,
Sorry,
wait,
that was a really
Evergreen?
great
What?
Oh yeah.
Oh, good lord.
Starting us off right.
Conan's a bad influence. Oh, hey, Conan. You know what I was going to we always try to think of like monthly themes here, and with Galactic Storm, it's kind of hard. It's been all these months and through all these months.
Yeah.
But over on Ultimate Spider-Cast, me and Lilith for the month of November, we're just doing like all like original Hobgoblin stories.
Oh, okay.
So November Hobgoblin, what do you think I'm calling it?
Wait, I feel like it's right there. Hob giblets.
Hobbs giving.
Oh.
No, Hobgobble Gobble month.
Oh, hobgobble gobble. See, I went with the parts of the turkey.
Yeah.
Hobgobble gobble. I like that. That's even better.
See, Ray, we have this holiday in America called Thanksgiving.
Yeah,
And eat turkey, way too much turkey and pumpkin pie and mashed potatoes.
yeah.
Stuffing and canned cranberry sauce.
Yeah,
Way better than fresh. Yeah. Yeah. Well, what about Galactic Storm, since it's taking place over most of the fall? It doesn't quite have the same name. Or Fall Paration? No.
No.
Yeah.
Nah, yeah, that's how I've been trying to think one now.
Yeah.
Well, hey, at least it's not the collection obsession.
Oh, Ray!
Yeah.
Oh, come on, come on. This
Yeah, I like
this
that.
dirty scroll like that story.
Yeah.
It was just something that we could have done in a shorter time frame, I think.
I know we should get all 6 in one episode or something.
Just one and done. Yeah.
One and get the heck out of here.
Oh, hey, I have noticed I haven't been buying Thor a lot lately, but I just noticed the new Thor logo actually has Mjolnir in the logo.
Oh.
There's a T, and then there's 2 legs, and then Mjolnir crosses those to give it the H. Mjolnir's hammer part is the O, and then the R at the end. I was like, that's freaking brilliant.
Well,
I didn't even realize that.
Is that the like, because the last 4 series ended. Right now they're doing like 4 miniseries that's like set in the future.
Yeah, this was the
Okay.
last series.
Okay.
I saw it in like the Westfield catalog or something like that. I'm like, wow, that's insanely clever.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember because they always reboot after what?
Mhm.
I think this one rebooted after 16 because they're getting a new number 1 in December or January.
Yeah. And they're restarting Guardians of the Galaxy too, right?
Yeah.
Really? What? Why did they just keep going with this number? I don't know. It's so weird.
Because
You reckon they'll
the kids couldn't get 12 or 16 these days.
you reckon they'll put Quasar on the cover again and not feature him again?
Probably.
See, he's popular. They're trying to sell. They're trying to sell the book with his image, even though he's not in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it worked.
And then,
Darn it.
and they put that Moon Knight guy in the Serpent War.
Yeah. Can't wait for that.
Moon Knight Conan the Barbarian.
Weird.
I know.
I'm looking forward to Solomon Kane though. All these peripheral characters that Robert E. Howard created. Dark Agnes. I mean, I know nothing about them, but they look pretty cool.
Yeah, I think there was like a Solomon Kane limited series back in the 80s or something that Marvel did. Does that sound right to anybody?
Maybe.
I think so.
But yeah, I think they didn't. Yeah, because then they had the rights to Conan, then they lost them, and now they got them back. So
Mm-hmm.
no.
Yeah, isn't he like a Savage Avenger now or
Oh
something?
yeah, the last issue of Savage
Conan,
Avenger, it was him and Punisher basically walking out of the Savage Land.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, road trip.
Okay.
Yeah, it was basically Conan explaining to Frank Castle about his god Crom and stuff, and
Yeah. Yeah. I've been reading some old Chuck Dixon Savage Sword of Conan. I've got like a volume 15 of it. The art, I must say, Conan art is really good. Like it's black and white, but it's always super detailed. And there's a particular look to the Conan books. I haven't been picking up the latest Conan in Marvel, but I I read one of them, and again they had I think it was Deodato again as well. Very you know his art, very kind of liney.
Yeah.
Yeah, very cool.
Oh, they're also rebooting Deadpool. They keep pushing it back like a week or another week, but yeah. In November, I'm just mentioning this because they're Deadpool #1's coming out by Kelly Thompson, who Lil are going to talk to again.
Yeah, that's so cool.
Yeah.
And I think Elsa Bloodstone is going to be in there. I love Elsa Bloodstone.
Yeah, be like monsters or something.
Yeah. So that'll be cool.
Yeah. Did you guys you read the Ellis book? The what was the name of it? It's Agents of Hate.
Next Wave.
Next Wave. Agents of Hate.
Yeah. That's very good. That's one of the Ellis runs that he's funny kind of in, right?
Oh yeah, that was hilarious.
Crazy. Yeah. Very hard to get as well. I've been looking for the trade. It's long out of print.
Oh, okay.
I'm sure you have it, Will.
I do. I'm
being
a
big Warren Ellis. Yeah.
So, are you are you teaching any more classes on comics anytime?
I've kind of taken a sabbatical for now, just so I can focus on the writing. So I do miss it though. Teaching's a lot of fun, and especially teaching comic stuff. So I'll eventually go back to it. I've been insanely productive this last year, so it's been a good thing. But nice. I do miss the teaching.
Hire him, Marvel. Put Quasar and everything.
Yeah. Get Warren Ellis on Quasar.
That's right. That would work.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. Marvel, Disney Plus.
Yeah.
Oh, did you see that? The news story just broke tonight. I guess they canceled Cloak and Dagger.
Oh no!
Oh, did
I
they?
haven't seen that.
Yeah. Even though they're going to be in an upcoming episode of Runaways, but 2 seasons.
So you guys have been watching it as well?
I've been watching it.
Yeah, I've been enjoying it.
I haven't seen it yet.
Okay. It's a very different. Yeah, 2 seasons. It's very different kind of flavor, isn't it, Phil? The pacing I found in the second season's a lot slower, but it's all kind of character based. It's really I found it quite interesting. It's a shame that they didn't get a 3rd season, and Runaways get a 3rd season. Yeah,
I just wonder if like the TV's going through like growing pains because after Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.'s only getting 1 more season, but then I mean that's the other thing. Jeff Loeb's out now. Kevin Feige's in charge of everything now, so I just wonder if with the Disney Plus come in and Feige in charge of everything now if they're.
Do you think that they might pull them into Disney Plus like these characters?
Well, Feige's like in charge of everything creative now.
Yeah,
movies, TV, comics. He can basically run the whole show. So I'm just wondering if they're keeping everything on. Everything's going to be Disney Plus and Hulu now.
Yeah, because Ghost Rider being cancelled before with Gabriel Luna, that was exciting to have on Hulu, but I'd imagine he's quite a big property in Marvel. So to pull off a TV show, they must have plans for him. Like maybe Feige's thinking of introducing him maybe during the Blade movie, or something like that.
Yeah, because I was going to say, they canceled that Ghost Rider series, but like they're still going forward with the Hellstrom one. So I'm like,
I don't understand that. Yeah,
I'm like, Ghost Rider's more of a household name. So maybe they do have plans for him.
Yeah.
Master of Horror, Matt Conan. What do you think?
I don't know. I think the Ghost Rider's been done dirty in this whole deal. And,
I think so.
He should get something with no restrictions. Really let the hellfire flow.
Oh, I thought you were going to say, they really burned him.
Oh,
my God. Would you be doing a Ghost Rider for your horror month, Matt? One of those?
No, we're not. I wanted to.
The King of Ghost Rider. It's scary enough. Come on.
Yeah, true. Nick Cage.
Woo!
Yeah. I wanted to do something where like a podcast about all the non-MCU Marvel movies. Sometime, the good, the bad, and the ugly.
Okay. Right. Yeah.
Starting with Howard the Duck.
Wow.
You know?
Oh no! Turning back further, get those like 70s Captain Americas and
Yeah, I want to do
Spider-Man.
like the Japanese Spider-Man. I think I was trying to
Giant
convince you to do
robot.
it on the Ultimate Spider Cast. Yeah,
Nice. Yeah, because like I think Luca was even watching some of that on YouTube because he was like, "Hey, Dad," he's like, "You know, in Japan, Spider-Man had like a giant robot." I'm like, "Yeah." I'm like, I'm the one
Yeah.
person you can't stump with that stuff. Go see Mom.
Yeah.
Because I swear, YouTube is like, that's where the kids learn all their stuff now. Because I was just telling Ray, we were watching Batman the animated series in there before he had to go to bed. He's like, "Dad," he's like, there were 5 Robins. I'm like, "Yeah, go ahead, name them," and he did.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
he's like Dick Grayson, Jason Todd, Tim Drake, Stephanie Brown, and Damian Wayne. I was like, "Oh,
Yeah.
you are my son."
A little teardrop trickle down the cheek.
That's right. You cried. Admit it, man. You totally cried.
Come on, Ray. You're just waiting for the day when
I am.
one thing goes, Mark Spector's sidekick was Midnight.
Yeah.
And he had this many aliases, and here there are.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you think the Warren Ellis run was superior to all?
Yeah. That'd be crazy. Anyway, yeah, no, that'd be good. The brainwashing continues, for him, so can't wait.
So thank you, YouTube. All right, should we get to this issue?
Let's do it. Yep.
A Mighty Thor. So Conan, are you playing a god as usual?
I would love to. Thank you.
The
Thank
next
you for
time
seeing
they
me in
ask
that
you
might.
if you're a god, you say yes. I was gonna say we pretty much have our Avengers, I think, already picked out. All right, as long as Ray's here and he doesn't have to go, I think that Dirty Skrull needs to play Gladiator.
Yeah.
That kind of gets tight.
You got it in front of you, Ray?
Yeah, I got it. Yeah.
All right, yeah.
Well, I mean, a gladiator was played by a notable Australian, Russell Crowe. Right?
Well,
That's right.
yeah.
Don't throw anything at us.
The irony. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yes. All right, everyone. So, Operation Galactic Storm, Part 7 from the Mighty Thor 445. Back in the days when they didn't renumber. Again, we're still stuck in March 1992. Well, I think next one we start to cycle over. All right. The summary at the top of the page. 2 galactic empires, the militaristic Kree and the matriarchal Shi'ar, are at war, and the Earth is caught in the crossfire. 2 teams of Avengers have been dispatched to negotiate with the 2 heads of state. Heading towards the Shi'ar Empire are Captain Marvel, the Vision, Wonder Man, Living Lightning, Scarlet Witch, Star Fox, and the Mighty Thor. That's his book. And playing the part of the Invisible Woman is Black Widow. Seriously, she's not even with the West Coast Avengers on Earth. It's like, what the hell?
Yeah.
All right, so The War and the Warrior. Tom DeFalco story. Patrick Olip pencils. I love his stuff on anyone ever read Untold Tales of Spider-Man?
Yep. Awesome series. Kurt Busiek. Yep.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's great, Ray. It's like from the 90s. It was like those 99-cent books. It they take place between like those first early issues of Amazing Spider-Man.
Oh, okay. Right.
Like the one will pick up after his first battle with the Vulture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's all set back in the 60s. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Were they going to do an omnibus of that? I think maybe.
I don't know.
I don't
How
know.
big's an omnibus? Because that only had 25 issues.
That sounds 25, 30 issues.
Yeah. The omnibus for Namor has 40, so it's like you can get big chunky omnibuses.
I mean,
buy
trades are
Omnibus. Yeah.
An Omni Fleet.
Omni Squadron.
name one omnibus. All right. Al Milgram inks, Michael Heisler letters, Mike Rockwitz colors, and Ralph Macchio editor. Yeah. All right. All right, here we go. They say that in space.
So,
No, what?
was just gonna say you have to guess who's talking for the word bubbles that come out here.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, good point. Yeah.
Oh wait,
I think Thor's the first one, and then I think the other one's Wonder Man, but I'm not sure of that.
well, either
What do
way,
you guys
Conan's reading both.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
All
All
right. So let's.
right. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's true. Forgot.
All right. They say that in space, no one can hear you scream.
Back to the box. Sorry.
Apparently, the same rule doesn't apply to kvetching, as an Avengers Quinjet suddenly emerges from a Shi'ar Stargate.
Into the dimension of death rode the 7 Avengers. I sincerely doubt Tennyson would be flattered by your paraphrase, Thor. Are you always this lighthearted, or are you merely making a special effort on our behalf? Sorry if I'm depressing you, but this mission is pure insanity. We're actually supposed to convince the entire Shi'ar Empire to keep their intergalactic war with the Kree out of our galaxy, and whoa, what's that? Space quake! Back in your seats! Now we're headed for some rough riding. Yow!
Logic should have dictated that you wear seatbelts when entering hostile space.
He looks very calm on saying that.
Very smug.
The tremors seem to have stopped for the moment. Everybody okay?
There doesn't seem to be casualties living lightning, but that could change if Thor doesn't remove his arm.
We're sorry, Miss Scarlet. I mean, Miss Witch.
The arm?
Sorry.
Star Fox, me? Is that me?
I believe so.
Oh, okay. Do my eyes deceive me, or has our new Thunder God finally found something about this mission he fancies?
Well, keep pushing, Star Fox, and you'll have a mallet where your mouth should be.
We got Captain Marvel. Ease up on the testosterone, boys. We have more important things to worry about than bruised egos. How's the Quinjet, Wonder Man?
She's doing fine, Captain Marvel.
Vision, any idea what caused those tremors?
They apparently originated on that small planet, directly ahead of us.
Which they go to. See a bunch of Shi'ar. That Kree starfighter is swinging in for another laser run. He's already knocked out most of our defenses. Look, he's firing on helpless civilian targets. That murdering monster! Activate the planetary beacon and inform the throne world of our situation. At that very instant, many light years away, a lone Australian warrior effortlessly glides a massive burden through space.
I must carefully adjust the orbit of this asteroid to prevent it from intersecting with nearby star lanes.
But then ears that hear far beyond the normal frequencies suddenly become alert.
One of our outer settlements is under attack.
Meanwhile, on the planet, I guess. Commander, our targeting computer is finally locked on the accursed Kree. Excellent, on my command. Fire! Fire! Kaboom!
Kaboom!
Okay, who's talking in the Quinjet? Again, you can't tell.
I'd say Wonder Man.
Okay, sure. Looks like the Shi'ar scored a direct hit. We'd better get out of their airspace before they start shooting at us.
Good idea. Move the Quinjet to safety while Living Lightning and I check for survivors. Will?
I'm Living Light. I forgot about that. Yeah, I'm right behind you, Captain.
Was that wise? Won't the Shi'ar just assume that we're aiding their enemies?
Perhaps, but this is hardly our most pressing problem. Our scanners have detected something streaking toward us. I first mistook it for a highly sophisticated guided missile, but our computers have finally identified the speeding object as the Shi'ar Imperial Guardsman known as Gladiator. According to the files we received from the Fantastic Four, he possesses almost limitless strength, virtual invulnerability, and a host of super enhanced sensory powers. He is effectively undefeatable.
And a super mohawk.
Star Fox, that's me. Okay. Considering that we happen to be flying over a recently devastated Shi'ar settlement during a time of intergalactic war, I'd say that one of us had better try reasoning with him before he attempts to dismantle the Quinjet and all of us in it.
Get serious, Star Fox. Who'd be dumb enough to try such a crazy stunt? Me? You gotta be kidding. Don't worry, Blondie, I'll go. You may have the original Thor's power, but you lack the necessary finesse and experience to handle a delicate situation like this.
Moments later.
I hate wearing this old jetpack, but I don't have a lot of choice since I recently lost my belt jets. Maybe I come down too hard on the new Thor. Poor guy is so obviously out of his depth.
Some distance away, a caped figure hovers high above the smoking settlement and scans the destruction with eyes whose vision can penetrate the densest matter. A fury, even colder than the dark void of space, hardens within him. A fury which will soon find release.
Hey, Gladiator, we have to talk. I represent a negotiating team from the planet Earth.
You must think me a fool to fall for such an obvious trick. There will be no negotiations while my people lay hurt and dying from your cowardly attack, man of the Kree.
Molten heat suddenly flares from Gladiator's eyes.
Hey, my jetpack!
Carried forward by momentum alone, Wonder Man quickly loses speed and then...
Uh-oh.
Sitting duck.
Yeah. This is like a Roadrunner cartoon. Kind of, you know? Acme sent him a faulty jetpack.
One laser blast.
Gravity's having its revenge.
Yeah, so Gladiator smacks him into the ground. Yow, shabam.
Bam. Ouch.
You still live?
Yeah, afraid so. You want to make something out of it?
Indeed, I shall.
He struck forward so fast that I barely managed to roll with that blow, and would have taken my head off if it connected. Consider the way they're using Hollywood, being headless probably wouldn't hurt my acting career. But I still feel like a real jerk after I bummed Thor.
Okay, pause for a minute. Sorry, I was distracted. I got a message from some guy named Connor's like, yeah, thanks for sharing the information that I'm going to guest star on Last Sons of Krypton.
Oh, we got a leak. We got a leak.
Why? I have a place in Australian. I've been practicing all day.
Yeah, can't wait.
And I am Ray from the House of Zod. All right, back to the action. Without even pausing to acknowledge Wonder Man's Promethean punch, Gladiator quickly puckers his lips.
He's causing the air to freeze around me. And even as the battle rages below.
Oh, even as the battle rages below, another boils within the heart of Eric Masterson.
I don't belong here. I'm only a reluctant pinch hitter for the real Thor, not a true hero like the others. I lack their courage, their conviction, and Gladiator's proof positive that we don't stand a snowball's chance in a furnace of success. Why wouldn't he just say hell with one L?
I know.
Come on.
He's not the real Thor.
He's so modern. He's going with the furnace. All right. The breath you must play havoc with your... That breath must play havoc with your social life, pal. Zing.
A true warrior born has little interest and no time for such mundane concerns.
Really? I guess that explains why you're such a bundle of laughs and oh no.
The battle is ended, Kree. Gladiator claims victory.
Striking with power-driving force, Gladiator rains blow after blow upon his stunned foe, relentlessly hammering him deep into the heart of the planet. Oh, I just thought I got our scroll buddy to say the battle was ended, Kree. That's a yellow box, but is that Vision?
Yeah, I think it is.
Is it in his word? Yeah. It's his word. It's his type of cornered word bubble.
Yeah. Wonder Man will need precious minutes to dig himself free, but we cannot allow safety of one Avenger to jeopardize the mission.
And Scarlet Witch is like, are you suggesting that we desert him?
Of course not. Star Fox, take the controls and prepare for an immediate retreat while I attempt to...
No! My turn.
God, another word. Eric Masterson hurls the enchanted hammer of Thor and is pulled instantly toward the planet below, smashing into the indestructible Imperial Guardsman moments later with the intensity of a living thunderbolt with a giant quathoom.
Boom. Big full page on this. Boom. Living lightning on one part of the book, living thunderbolts on the other. I know that it wasn't exactly sporting to hit you from behind, Gladiator, but I had to get your attention. We're here to talk peace, to prevent your stupid macho war from spilling into our galaxy and endangering our planet. This is no game to me.
No, nor is it one to me. A true warrior has little taste for the horrors of war. Only poets and those who have never been stained by the blood of battle glorify such conflicts. You talk of the danger to your planet. What about the suffering that has already been inflicted upon this settlement? I have a sacred duty to protect my empress and my people. The security of your world is of no concern to me. I would gladly sacrifice your entire galaxy to save the life of a single Shi'ar.
He hurls a big boulder at him.
Boom. He hammers it. Yeah, nice speech. It's obvious that you're a real sweet, caring individual. But any gross atrocity can be rationalized in the name of duty. You're nothing but a super-powered stormtrooper with an extremely bad haircut. Let's see how you're...
burn!
Yeah.
Zing.
Let's see how your renowned invulnerability stands up to Asgardian magic. Blasts him in the chest.
And that's kind of like the, just as an aside, that is kind of the last option, isn't it, for Thor? That thing that he shoots from the hammer is a immensely powerful thing that he does. He did it with Juggernaut in Acts of Vengeance as well. Do you remember that? He summons it all. Anyway, it just bounces.
And isn't that like how Eric Masterson gets the job as Thor? Because like Thor gets quote unquote banished because he like supposedly kills Loki that same way.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, he's using it willy-nilly here. But anyway. Hits Gladiator. That hurt.
Yikes, my own blast is ricocheting back at me. The real Thor would have known better than to try such a stupid stunt. Sometimes I'm my own worst enemy.
Perhaps, but you need no other foe than I.
And he's right cross to the jaw.
You are evidently not a true warrior, bearded one. You are hesitant, clumsy, and inept.
Maybe so, but I look good, which is a lot more than you could say. Tell me the truth, handsome. Does your mother style your hair, or is it the result of some Shi'ar fraternity hazing ritual?
Oh, stop! Your mom goes to college.
Oh!
I shall crush the frivolity from you.
Go for it, man. Go, go, go!
Terrible, irresistible strength struggles against unrelenting, immovable muscle. A power born of the stars opposes an immortal force. Who shall prove the stronger? Alas, the fragile soil cannot withstand the immeasurable strain of such a titanic duel, and a victory is lost amid a mountain of tumbling debris as they both get buried. And then,
enough.
Next page. Oh, no.
Yeah, I must end this nonsense.
Ugh! Shouldn't have relaxed my grip as Thor goes flying, taking another one on the chin.
This Kree dupe is much too powerful, too dangerous. His very existence is a threat to the Shi'ar Empire.
Ugh, I've been at a headache this bad since my IRS audit. I wonder how the Vision would react if I flew back to the Quinjet and told them I'd reconsidered my grand gesture. Oof, I must be punchy if I think I could get any reaction out of old Stoneface. Hey, what happened to Gorgeous George? Don't tell me he got nabbed by the fashion police.
For the safety and security of my people, I cannot suffer this interloper to live. In the name of the Empress Lilandra, I sentence him to death.
and meanwhile,
There's okay.
Meanwhile, Captain Marvel gets an email from Living Lightning.
Yeah. There's the Kree ship.
hurry, we must complete our search before the Shi'ar arrive. This won't be pretty, Lightning. Crash sites never are. Something's very wrong here. The ship should be filled with broken bodies, but it seems deserted.
Look, something's moving inside in those shadows.
I don't believe it. That's a scroll, isn't it? Oh, he doesn't have any lines, or you know who I'd make read those lines. Yes, and he's move out, as it blows up the ship. We made it. He was activating a destruct sequence, just like I suspected.
I thought the Skrulls and the Kree were enemies. Why was he in that ship?
That is the question. You report to the others. I'll scout the Shi'ar settlement for answers. And just then, back to the fight.
I strike for Empress and Empire to the death.
Ooh, I guess that war cry is my cue to burst into tears, fall on my knees, and beg for mercy. How about I just wrap an arm around your head and flatten your face?
Oh!
Ignorant savage, you still joke, you still ridicule me, and you still refuse to...
Sorry, that was you. Yeah.
Okay, and you still refuse to acknowledge the overwhelming superiority of my strength, my power. I am a true warrior born in every sense of the word. I will never shirk my responsibility to my people. I will never fail my empress, and I will never be defeated by a buffoon like you.
Buffoon? What? Now you've really done it. You hurt my feelings. Not to mention every bone in my body. I better come up with something faster. Wait. Up in the sky. It's living lightning.
Oh, dang it, I thought it was Superman.
It's a bird. It's a plane. It's a minor Avengers character. I sometimes forget.
Better than Galactic Storm. How dare you?
All right. Okay. Yeah, that's true. I'm sorry. I sometimes forget the good old Mjolnir can summon the elements of the storm, and that includes lightning. Tap, tap.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. He taps it on the ground. Tap. Seized by a force far beyond his comprehension, enthralled by Asgardian magic, living lightning is suddenly wrenched from the sky and then back.
It worked. It worked. I finally managed to stun the sucker. But I know he won't be out for long unless...
Splash page.
Cow. Batter up, bad guy. I'm about to make a 90s music reference. It's hammer time. And you can't see it because Gladiator's cape is in the way, but as soon as he says that, Thor's outfit turns into big pajama pants.
I was going to say...
Parachute pants. Parachute pants.
Asgardian magic, man. Them pants get all big.
and he can't touch this. Can't lift this, burn. I'm tired of hearing about your blind, obsessive dedication to duty. I couldn't care less about your stupid empire. I have responsibilities of my own. I left the sun and people I care about back on planet Earth. I won't let you and your pointless war endanger them. As he continues to thrash him with a swack, swack, swack here and a swack, swack across 3 panels. You're going down, mister. You and every other muscle-bound bully who thinks power gives him the right to terrorize, to destroy. And he's just really hammering him down.
He's hammering him down?
He is. Enough, Thor. Get hold of yourself, man. Stop it. You're killing him.
Cease this emotional maelstrom at once. You must force yourself to regain rational thought.
What's wrong with you two? Can't you understand? God help me, but killing this clown may be the only rational course of action.
Not the first time killing's going to... Well, not the last time killing's going to come up in this story. But at that instant, see Captain Marvel flying through battle. The Shi'ar seem less than hospitable. Considering what happened, I can't blame them. I'd be more concerned if it wasn't so easy to dodge their blasts. Hold on, girl. I think you just hit pay dirt. This beacon must be broadcasting some kind of interplanetary SOS. Once I analyze the wave frequency, we can track it all the way back to the Shi'ar throne world and the Empress Lilandra. Meanwhile,
Thor brought up a good point. What are we supposed to do with this guy? It's obvious that he won't be unconscious for long.
Thor is loco. He used me, exploited me for a cheap stunt. I thought Avengers treated each other with respect. They usually do. That doesn't change the fact that this is pointless to proceed with our mission until Gladiator is completely neutralized. Unfortunately, there is no adequate way to contain him.
Wrong. I know the perfect place to keep him. On ice. Wait, where are you taking him? Don't worry, Wonder Man. This won't hurt much.
Ooh.
Gladiator's speeches about duty and sacrifice really hit home. There's only one way to eliminate this creep from the field of play, but the cost is high. Maybe too high. Uh-oh, he's beginning to stir. The only instance before he regains consciousness, and I've already spotted my target, the Shi'ar Stargate. It's our only route home, but I can't let that stop me. Hasta la vista, baby.
Another 90s reference, yeah.
He won't be back. Now, before he can fly free, he must call upon the enchanted energies within my hammer to implode the Stargate and seal it forever.
I think that's Wonder Man.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, could be.
You what? You just wrecked our only avenue of retreat.
I told you this hombre was crazy. God, can we just use more Spanish words?
Arriba.
I don't know how these Stargates work. Maybe we can find another one to return us to Earth.
And if not, we're stranded.
Listen, I didn't have much choice. This is total war. Our entire solar system could be incinerated. No sacrifice is too great.
Simmer down, Thor. You're starting to sound like Gladiator, and we're supposed to be the good guys. Besides, what's done is done.
I'll say one thing for you, man. You get real down and real dirty, and I can respect that.
Captain Marvel.
Is something wrong? Isn't the information which I supplied leading us toward the Shi'ar throne world?
It's functioning quite well. Unfortunately, we seem to be expected.
As they're surrounded by just a fleet of ships.
Oh, what variety. Yeah.
To be continued in April in Captain America 399.
Yeah. Well, I've got to say, the sardonic tone of Thor was perfectly captured by you, Matt. I mean, I didn't realize how funny this issue was until you read it out loud, and like how how Thor is. He's just so funny.
These 90s stories are great because they're in the middle of an intergalactic war, and like Thor is like basically dropping every joke by a yo mama. Well, did drop a yo mama? Did your mama do your hair or something?
Yeah.
Like he gets beaten to a pulp here, but he's still wisecracking. It's crazy.
I think that's the thing with like Eric Masterson. Like he can get hurt, but then if he transforms, then he transforms back. I think it like heals him or something.
Oh, like reboots him.
Yeah. So I think basically, I mean, the whole story with Eric Masterson, wasn't it like when Thor was supposedly banished, he's just like in Eric Masterson's sight. So basically, Eric Masterson is basically driving Thor's body.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
It's, I thought Wonder Man sounded a little different in this issue. He sounded actually a little bit more responsible than that last issue, his issue.
But Galactic Storm really kind of changed the tone of his book for a lot of issues. He got pretty dark after it.
Yeah, right. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, because we'll get there.
Mm-hmm.
But I can't wait to cover it. I mean, next episode's Captain America 399. I can't wait to get to 400.
Oh yeah, that's a big one.
Yeah. This is I love how the Avengers are like split up now into. You probably covered it in the previous thing, but I love it how they're split up into their different teams. So, it's good.
Except for Black Widow.
Oh well, yeah. Well, she's she just all around.
She's just an undrafted free agent.
Yeah.
But we did cover that, Ray. And who did they need to send them all to the the different points in the galaxy they had to go? Quasar.
Yeah, Quasar. Yeah, and you're saying he's the fastest Avenger, is that right? And he's got another title. He's the what was it? Not the strongest, but he is most powerful.
Probably the most powerful, but
fastest
is. I mean, Quicksilver's faster. But
doesn't Quasar quantum leap? So
he can't go to another galaxy in a minute.
I'm gonna after the vacuum.
It's pretty good.
Oh please, Quicksilver got his butt handed to Flash and that Marvel DC.
Unofficial Marvel DC crossover. Yeah.
What do you mean unofficial? That was official.
So Ray has taught me one thing today.
Oh boy.
I'm gonna refer to this now as DC's Quasar.
Yeah. DC's Quasar, yeah. Should be. As it should be.
Because he called Batman DC's Moon Knight.
Yes, oh, he is.
I know.
No, this is cool. How cool is Gladiator as well? He's such a. I reckon it'll be so fun to have him in the MCU. Like, he's larger than life. He's got he's funny. And again, I love how Thor was just making fun of his looks because he's just super corny. But yeah, I mean, I don't know if they can pull off he's cosmic. They can pull off his costume in the MCU. They don't need to change much. I hope they don't. But yeah, like massively powerful.
Yeah, they brought him in during Annihilators and Annihilators Earthfall because he was part of the team. These were the heavy hitters. Quasar,
Beta Ray Bill,
Yep.
Nova, Gladiator, and then they even brought one of the knights of the ROMs, the Space Knights.
Oh yeah,
Space
really?
Knights.
Wasn't Silver Surfer on there too?
Yeah,
Surfer's gotta be.
was on there too.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, he's by far the strongest Shi'ar, Imperial Guardsman or citizen or whatever you call him.
Oh yeah,
He's basically Superboy, right?
Oh, yeah. I mean, they basically had an issue where he fought the whole Fantastic Four.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
yeah. Yeah, I remember
He's no Super Skrull, right, Ray?
No, can't touch the Super Skrull.
But no, I mean, I see, how you're saying Wonder Man seemed different and like, well, yeah, we get such different tones because there's so many different writers writing on this thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely. Vision is very much, he reminds me so much of Data from Star Trek.
Oh yeah.
He's that trope. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They turned him back into a toaster, basically. I mean,
yeah,
this is
after the Joker and Mind Wipe and Avengers West Coast. Yeah.
You can't use contractions.
Yeah.
He cannot.
Sorry.
But no, I was just thinking this. I don't know if anyone read this week. So we were talking about the different writers. Did anyone read Amazing Spider-Man Full Circle?
Oh no, that looks good.
Yeah, because it's one of those things where it's like how many different? It's like at least 8 different chapters, and each one's like written by like a different person and like penciled by a different person.
Cool.
So it gets like weird. I mean, it starts off with like Spider-Man with like Shield on like a space station. Then you get you get werewolves, you get the ultimate nullifier, you get time travel, you get Spider-Ham. I mean, it is just because all different people are writing different, each chat. Because they have a whole thing in there. They're like, yeah, they didn't tell anyone like the whole thing. They're just like, okay. All they told people were like, okay, here's the person who did the part before you, and here's where they left Spider-Man. Go.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That actually sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's kind of like
it's crazy. It's everything.
Yeah.
You name it.
Is that like a double issue or something? Is it like $10 or?
Yeah, it's a bigger issue. I believe it was. Yeah, it's $9.99. So
okay, cool.
US money. I don't know what that.
It's $100 each.
I don't know what. I don't know the exchange rate for the Skrull homeworld.
Yeah. No, but they're really enjoyable issue. Yeah. Anyone?
All the issues are great.
Yeah.
As long as it's a collection obsession.
Yeah.
Or we're not fighting Dr. Doom with cupcakes.
I mean, it was weird for me because at this point I had, obviously I was buying Quasar, but in Wonder Man, I had kind of paused the Avengers a little bit because I wasn't too thrilled with a lot of it. So I bought these issues, and Thor at the time, I appreciate it more now for what it was. At the time, it didn't appeal to me.
Yeah.
But now I understand. One, I understand why it didn't appeal to me, but I also understand why it probably should have. So
that's funny because it was like the Eric Masterson Thor that got me in starting to collect Thor.
Oh, right. Wow. Yeah.
Well, it was for me. It was DeFalco and friends were doing, this straight up, Lee and Kirby pastiche of, Thor and
Secret Identity.
I just wasn't really into it at that time, and now I see for what it was, and it was good. At that time it wasn't.
Yeah,
I didn't see it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the other thing. Yeah, because he didn't pencil this issue, but Ron Friends, I think Lil and I are going to be talking to him also when we do some more Hobgoblin, like some
Hobgoblin.
Hobgoblin.
I mean, you also Iron Man was coming off some really great storylines at this point, but then it got kind of, with the just it's armor of the month. Let's do it. Let's do this till a present. I mean, it got a little bit. So I wasn't really into that at that point.
And I think we talked about it a little bit last episode for the Iron Man issue, but yeah, this was like a few months. It was like right before they first introduced the War Machine armor.
Mm-hmm. And he was using MS-DOS. Sorry.
Yeah, he was. Yeah. Bit outdated. Yeah.
No wonder they got caught.
That's right. And he had to surrender because he didn't have enough RAM. Sorry.
Yeah, there's that sound happening.
Those floppy disks, or no, not floppy disks, but.
But I do remember, when this came out, I was actually working in a comic shop, and it was actually hard to find some of these issues because, of course, Cap, Thor, and Iron Man always sold, right?
Yeah.
But Avengers West Coast didn't have a huge pull list. Avengers had some. So, people were like, hey, I got to get the whole story. And some of the issues were, got hard to find for a little while.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm still buying off the newsstand for the most part at this point.
Quasar number 1. Sorry.
Oh yeah, I told you I have 32, number 2, and then 34.
That's the order they're supposed to go in, right? Oh, and I still need to. I promised to find the price guide that had the print runs in it. I've got it around here somewhere. I'll put that on my list to do for next week. But it mentions that, and it lists approximate print runs based on what they had to do while they were on the newsstand, and then what they could find out elsewhere. So, kind of interesting stuff. I mean, especially when you look at books from the 90s that were canceled, would be top 10 books today.
Oh yeah,
it's kind of crazy.
Oh, wow.
Well, I mean, we're only like a year or two out from Spider-Man and X-Men selling over 1 million copies, and now the top 10,
break 100,000.
I was going to say,
there's not
1,000.
Yeah,
kids not read anymore.
Yeah,
kids these days. Get off my
none,
lawn.
none of that takes into account their digital, though, right? That's only just
That's real recent. Yeah. So
Yeah.
and we don't really have numbers on those. I don't think they really report much. So it's hard to say what.
what
that looks like.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, again, too, it's distribution too, because like it's basically down to the the comic shops, and like you might see some in like a Barnes and Noble, every once in a while. Because I don't know how it is over there, Ray, but like back when like these were new, back in the 90s, like you could go to and we had so many newsstands around here. You could even go to the grocery store or something,
or a drugstore.
Yeah, they would have.
Oh wow!
They would have spinner racks. Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard about these spinner racks. Yeah, I mean, back in the day, they were in news agencies and newsstands here as well, or in comic book stores. That's all I really came across them in. Like drugstores, no. Supermarkets, no, they weren't there. So it's pretty much just that's where I picked up my first Iron Man. I think was it in the news agents? It was the one with the Grey Hulk in there.
247. 247.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah,
I love the Grey Hulk.
yes.
Joe Fix
That's
it.
right. That's my favorite.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else for Conan? Any thoughts?
I love the issue. I think that you guys said it best. It was fun, action packed, great character work with Gladiator, and he's so straight up a character. You always know where you stand with him. There's no moral gray area. It's pretty much like he said it. He said, "I'll kill every one of you to save one of my people." And that's it. And I love the wisecracks. It was super fun for me to do the voices for it. Yeah. And I did like Thor at this time. I did. I think I picked it up without. And I have since gone back and read how Eric Masterson became Thor. And I was just like, oh, wow, okay, I guess it's like a new, more modern Thor, no more new thousand stuff. And, very much like Quasar at the time, he was kind of doubting himself. It was the era of teen angst and grunge music, so
of
trying
course.
to fit in there.
Yeah.
And, he probably, Eric Masterson, I think, was a wearer of flannel, so it all makes sense. And, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, were any of you guys reading this as it came out? Or
Yeah. I think I've got.
I was reading the Thor titles as it came out, sort of randomly on the newsstands, but I liked it. I always had a connection with Thor, and even back to the movie. It's not really a superhero movie, but Adventures in Babysitting. There's a Thor fan in there. It was
But yeah,
there's a great line I can't quote about that, but you guys probably.
I was looking up Gladiator real quick on Wikipedia because I mean, I thought I remembered this, but yeah, his power levels increase and decrease depending on his level of confidence.
Oh, really? That's like Captain Britain. Captain Britain, yeah. So
that's how the Fantastic Four beat him. They convinced him that his powers weren't working. They tricked him.
I think they did that in an issue of X-Men too.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
So that's
got to get him on. Yeah, got to get him on a downer, and you're sweet.
That's why I think he talks like that. He's like trying to pump himself up. He's like, "Yeah, I'm the man. I'm the man." Yeah. But yeah, no, I mean, who he's a pastiche of because all these powers, the cold breath, the vision, and the flying, and it even says he's vulnerable to a certain form of rare radiation.
Oh, okay, yeah. So what is he? Is he a Shi'ar? Is he Shi'ar himself? Because he's got purple skin. Like he
works for them, but I don't know if he's actually like genetically Shi'ar.
Yeah,
that's a good question. I hadn't thought about that because he doesn't have the traditional.
No, yeah,
doesn't
have the arrowhead.
He's a member of the Strontian race and was born in the Shi'ar role. So
Well, I thought it was kind of cool. I don't know if a lot of people caught this, but he calls Wonder Man a Kree.
Yeah.
Which is kind of funny because there's a guy that looks exactly like Wonder Man that's on the Shi'ar Imperial Guard.
Or something.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe they
and you never see them together, so I don't know.
No, wait, that's not Shi'ar. Yeah, I know. Or the Shi'ar, I think it was in the Quasar issue. They even have like another guy in the Imperial Guard called Bob Goblin.
Oh
yes.
Oh yeah, they do. Yes, yeah.
Bob Gobble.
Isn't that the shapeshifter? Yeah.
Chameleon boy. Excuse me. Sorry.
All I know is that, this team of Avengers in this issue had a hard time fighting off Gladiator, who I know is tough, but I mean, Quasar and Star Fox seemed to battle off at least three? I mean, there was a bunch of illusions, but there was at least three CR there.
Yes.
They fought off.
Yeah. No, I mean, if we to compare, I did enjoy that battle in the Quasar issue a lot more than this one, but Thor versus Gladiator, Wonder Man versus Gladiator is pretty. That got me every time when Wonder Man's jetpack is fried and he's just sailing towards Gladiator. Can't do anything.
Here it comes.
Okay. We haven't had any Ray feedback in a couple of weeks. Ray, which battle was better, Thor versus Gladiator or Wonder Man versus Captain Atlas?
Oh no!
Conan.
Yeah. Wonder Man, Captain Atlas. Definitely. That was so funny. It was really good.
Stay on the
planet. And showed his smarts as well. He timed it brilliantly. So to get him. So no, for sure. I love that one.
All right, gentlemen. Well, it's late on this side of the world. Does anyone have anything else?
No, just have a great breakfast, Ray.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll have another second breakfast. That's cool.
Lunchtime there, isn't there? Isn't it
Yeah.
30 or so? Yeah.
It's about lunch. Late breaky. No, but guys, thank you for having me on as well. It's so much fun. So much fun to do these readings as well. It's pretty cool. So keep Matt as Thor. That's just a takeaway. And Wonder Man as well.
All right. So since you're our Scroll guest, where can people find your podcast, Ray?
Yeah, sure. If you like Moon Knight and all things street level, just check us out on Into the Night, a Moon Knight podcast, at Twitter handle at ITK Moon Knight, or facebook.com/ITK Moon Knight. That will probably get you there. And our podcast comes out every week with the two other high priests of Khonshu. So I think we're doing we do like the current reviews. I think we'll potentially be reviewing the Contagion #4, which came out this week. Because actually, I read that just recently, and Mooney actually has a bit of a part in that, so I'm quite happy.
And if they go along with the plan, looks like he might have a big part next issue.
Yeah.
So
he might be in issue 5. So yep, that's where you can find me.
Nice. All right, everyone, send in your feedback on. Again, we're in the middle of Galactic Storm. Let us know how our Skrull friend did. Our Matt Coda God. CapesandLunatics@gmail.com. Call the voicemail 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. Remember, you can watch all of our shows live on the Capes and Lunatics Facebook, Twitter, and at getvocal.com/channel/capes. And find all our social media at Linktree. That's linktr.ee/Capes and Lunatics. All right. Mr. Lightning, Thunder and Lightning himself, Matt Conan, where can people find him?
Well, yes, I used the Living Lightning. Well, you can check out the rest of the podcast that Yael Gavish, my wife, and I are doing at Yale, and Matt recap stuff until the end of October. And hey, if you don't listen to them in time, you can still listen to them whenever you want. But that's how podcasts work. They don't disappear like coded messages or something from Inspector Gadget to Inspector Gadget. I'm getting confused. I still have to do another podcast where we talk about a movie called The Ritual, which I liked. But at Matt Kona, that's where I am at all times on regular social media. Love to hear from you.
All right. Will Allred, Master of the Quantum Zen.
You can find me at Wallred. That's at WALLRED on Gmail, Twitter, Facebook. You can find my self-published book, Diary of Night, at diaryofnight.com. And you can always find cool stuff about Quasar at the Quantum Zone, quantumzone.org.
I have read Diary of Night. It is excellent. People pick it up.
Thank you.
Of course, because he's a master writer.
Well, thank you.
All right.
I don't know that I completely buy that, but yeah, thank you.
Better be. Making us a Quasar book. All right, everyone. Thank you for joining us. Again, join us next week for Captain America 399. We get more Kona Hercules again. Yes.
All right.
Yeah, verily.
Have it thee.
Hey, thank you for stopping by, Ray.
Oh yeah, no worries. It's an honor. It's great. It's a lot of fun.
Look, it's on another planet. It's in sunlight. It's night here. What's going on?
I know. It's 36 degrees here as well, which is pushing 100. Your
Whoa!
Yeah. Hence the singlet. Yeah.
All right, everyone. Come back next time. And remember, Quantum Zoners, keep it quantum. Hammer time.